At Gartner, we're presently getting plenty of inquiry on the subject of Australia's national broadband network. So Australia is now joining a small club of 4 countries who are exploring national broadband networks, or as Gartner characterises them, open access networks. So Singapore's the thought leader on this topic, on this subject, and they're well into their deployment. They've been working on this for more than 2 years. They're in the first year of their deployment. Malaysia is also active, and New Zealand's also active. Australia will have the biggest of these deployments, assuming it goes ahead, and there's some interesting things that businesses need to know about. I guess the first issue is that this activity is really about re-regulating the industry more than just networking by itself. So we're going to see structural separation, most likely, of the dominant carrier Telstra. We're going to see all the other carriers involved in some way, most likely, with a wholesale network, which is a regulated monopoly, national broadband network, but most likely with each of the carriers contributing some infrastructure as equity or sold into that arrangement. So it's a re-regulation of the industry. It's about forming new distribution networks rather than just technology. And I guess for many of our clients, particularly business people, the thing that they haven't realised about this is that it's really about new mechanisms for service delivery, particularly because this network is planned to go to 100% coverage of the population. So if we think about a fibre to the premises network to every home or to every business, it's a fairly powerful concept, but it won't get everywhere. It'll get to maybe 90% of homes or businesses, but we'll need wireless or satellite to carry the balance. Now the issue here is that if you cover 100% of businesses or homes, this is like the postal service. There's this whole new distribution mechanism, and it's the distribution mechanism that we think will be ultimately more powerful over time than just the networking. And if the applications that are envisaged on the fibre to the premises network can be done on today's networks, there's nothing new there, apart from the fact that the new networks will be faster, lower latency, and maybe better performing networks. So if I was a businessman today, what do I need to think about? I need to be aware of the new competition that's being introduced, the potential for a regulated wholesale monopoly to be set up by a government and privatised within 5 years. That could be attractive to many of the carriers competing against Telstra particularly. I need to think about new performance and new price points, certainly. You probably really need to be aware of the fact that fibre to the premises networks are actually depreciated over 30 years, whereas today's networks are typically depreciated over periods as short as 3 years. So in Gartner's estimates, we think that fibre to the premises could be provided as cheaply as 30 cents per day per home passed, which is about $10 a month for the cost of the infrastructure. So these are certainly doable networks, and in Australia 10 years ago we already have a history of covering 3 million homes for about $7 or $8 million in a period of a few years. So it's been done before. The same contractors are likely to muster to do it again.